All right, we in here.
All right, we in the building. Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This your man Kurt, and this is
Howard. Sorry about the delay intro.
you good, man? It happens, man. Move that over so they can see the Panther. You know, Wakanda forever.
No, you know what's funny? So I went to the movie theater to get our tickets.
Yeah.
And I went up there to the because you know you got to go in and purchase. Well, this is the way I do it. If you don't do it online, you go in to the concession stands. Used to be, you go to the ticket booth.
Right.
There, but you go to the concession stand. So instead of saying, I want 5 Black Panther tickets, I said, let me get 5 of them Wakanda tickets. And then I was like, wait a minute, it's not called Wakanda. Right. 5 of them Wakanda tickets.
You get 5 of them King Joffrey Jofa tickets.
Yeah, the King Joffrey Jofa.
You know
what I'm saying?
But yeah, man. So how was your week this week?
Man, week was pretty good. Got some things knocked out. Try to get things knocked out so, today we can, the fam can enjoy watching, the Black Panther 2 movie. So we're going to see it today.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, back in, what was it, 2019?
18.
Yeah,
when the other one came out.
Yeah, so when the first one, we all went together as a family. So it's like, I just want to do that again to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, that type of togetherness, the energy, the spiritualness with it, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I know it's still like a commercial box office thing, but it's just, still to have that energy around it. That's why I kind of wanted to do that today. So,
yeah, we went as a group too when the first one came out. So, we enjoyed it. We're going to do the same thing again tonight. We're going to see it like around 7:30. Yeah. So, hopefully it ain't too crowded, but, I'm sure it will because, them tickets are selling out, bro.
Yeah, it's about to get crazy. How was your week, sir?
My week was pretty good, went by pretty fast, just a lot of stuff going on in hip hop I've been trying to keep up with. Man, so, definitely want to talk about that. We lost a few people. We got to talk about the, Takeoff and Jay Prince Jr. situation and all of that, what they call them mob ties, which I'm just kind of learning about. I don't really keep up with all of that, culture. But yeah, other than that, it was a good week. Like I said, it went by fast, so, nothing too special. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We want to kind of address a few people that we lost. So we lost comedian Gallagher this week. He was pretty well known. He did a lot of props in his act where he would take a mallet and be smashing like watermelons, and that was part of his act.
Sledge-o-matic. It's not a dice. It's not a splicer. What the hell could it possibly be? Sledge-o-matic.
Right.
It's studies.
But yeah, man. So I want to say he was. I think he was in his 60s, somewhere in his mid 60s.
Yeah. I thought he was 70.
Was it 70?
I
might be wrong. I thought it was like 66.
It might be. It's a 6 in there.
But yeah. So he passed away. We lost Kevin Conroy, who's the voice of the animated Batman. Yeah, for the longest time, like since the 90s, he's been doing the Batman voice for the animated joint, man. Yeah, so that was an iconic voice, man. And then we lost Aaron Carter. He's like an R&B singer. He had a lot of issues with drugs and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I'm hearing it was drug related, but I'm not sure. There's some
things behind that too, man. From hearsay, like his own family was out to get him. You know what I'm saying? Because and I think he was battling Sony for publishing and stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff about him. I mean, I don't really know all the details, and I don't know if, I'm saying, this is alleged, so I really can't, but I've heard there was some stuff. Man, I'm telling you, like, especially with everything going on right now, everybody thinks, the power to be keep black people down, but they keep people that's not like them down as well.
Yeah.
They may not do it as bad as, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
they well, I mean, we won't get into that. Yeah. We'll get into that later. But that's what they do. So yeah.
But yeah, so he passed away. He wasn't but I want to say 30 something.
Yeah, he was like 30,
he was young, man.
Yeah.
We lost female rapper Hurricane G, who was part of like the Hit Squad, Def Squad, and she worked with Diddy. You know, she worked with Eric Sermon, worked with Keith Murray, Redman, Diddy, and a few other people, man. But she was all over the place, man. She was considered one of the dopest female lyricists. And then we lost my man Tame Ones from the Artifacts. Yeah, how we did a video segment on him for the lyrical breakdown, which was really good. So y'all should go check that out.
Yeah, I didn't get a really chance to get into the Artifacts. I mean, I've heard the Wrong Side of the Tracks before and stuff, but to actually like that album, man, and I'm not saying this because Tame One passed away.
Yeah.
But between a hard rock and a hard place, it was really no skips on that. I mean, I would say that album was kind of like for its day. I mean, I wouldn't say it would be like time transcending like as an Illmatic or something, if you will. But as far as like if you can take your mind back to '94 and what the sound was like, that was a pretty good album.
Right. Yeah, it was, man. And I mean, Tame One is a pretty dope lyricist, man. So, you know, I'm glad you were able to do that because I was thinking about it. I was like, well, if Howie don't do one, I'm going to do one. And I was going to do the same song. I was already had it in the back of my mind. We got to drop something for Tame One. But yeah, I mean, and, you know, he was a dope. The group was dope. You know what I mean? They made a lot of noise, but I think they just kind of stopped making music pretty early on. I don't know what happened, but
well, we ain't gonna talk about that. But anyway, go ahead.
But you know, just wanted to kind of give some condolences, and you know, let's go ahead and give all of them a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. We appreciate it. So let's go ahead and jump into our question of the day. So you had a question of the day. Now that we got some new music out here, I thought this was a good one.
Is Nas the greatest of all time?
Is Nas the greatest of all time? I mean, I have to admit, I give him at least one or two. You know, if I had to, you know, because I mean, he's really proven himself that even after all these years, I mean, he's 30 years in the game?
Yeah.
And going on 31 now. And, you know, he started out really on fire. Then a lot of people felt like he slowed down a little bit. But then he caught his second wind and, you know, he on fire again. You know what I mean? Now he dropping all these albums. Him and Hit Boy making some of the dopest collaborations.
Man,
I mean, we on King's Disease 3. So, yeah, I mean, I'll give him that, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, and when I hear some of the songs, I've only heard like 2 or 3 off of this new KD3 album, and they fire.
Yeah, I actually got a chance to listen to
the
whole album.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I listened to it in the car. Yeah, I listened to most of it in the car, then I finished the rest up.
Yeah.
And then I was doing my exercise this morning. I was listening to it again. I mean, my circuit's like 30 minutes, so I didn't really get to listen to it the whole time. I definitely, like, out of all that series, I definitely want to get that one on vinyl.
Okay.
That one's special.
Yeah, I heard one of the songs I heard was the Thun song.
Yeah, Thun.
About the Queen's Thun language and all of that. But I like it because not only was he rapping his butt off, but there's a part in there where he talks about Ether and Takeover. Did you hear that part?
Oh, no. He killed that shit. He said, like, I said, dang, I forgot the line. I forgot the line, but the whole, he says, no beef between us. You got Ether.
Ether's playing on title or something like that.
no beef, no rivals. They pay either on title.
Ether on title, yeah, which is Jay-Z's platform.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of dope. He basically pointing out that, you know, no matter how our situation got, look at where we at now. We can still, you know, collaborate with each other. And my song playing on his platform. And then he said, sometimes I sit back and listen to Takeover
and analyze and text Jay-Z like,
nigga, this ain't over.
Nigga, this ain't over.
I thought that was dope, man. But the fact that they could, you know, just talk about stuff like that after all these years, like, you know, he's still listening to Takeover, like, yo.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a Jay fan, but man, Takeover was hard.
Takeover was hard.
Takeover was fucking hard, dude.
And it was, you know, the beat was just perfect for it. I give him that, man.
And I ain't gonna lie, I really, honestly, when it first came out, because I wasn't a Jay fan, I fucking hated it. Because it's like, man, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna talk this shit down.
Right.
Like, especially with that whole East Coast, West Coast, and then it's like, you know, even like with Prodigy, rest in peace to Prodigy, and them, they was like, look, man, you was in the back. Didn't say shit. Now you coming out here saying like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You didn't say nothing when it was, you know, when they was out here. Yeah. So I mean, so that's what. But going back and listening to it now, I can appreciate it. I appreciate the sample. You know what I'm saying? It's and like, you know, yeah. I mean, that's, you know, and that's what rap was. And I'm glad that really out of all that, you know what I'm saying, even when they were beefing. Because, I mean, that was the whole thing, too, about the album. You know, I want to shout out Mike and Coop off According to Hip Hop. But that's what they were saying, you know, and that's what I kind of got the feeling, too. Like, the whole album was about Black unity. But even before then, you know, they didn't take it to the street. They didn't make it like what Pac and Big did. They at least kept it on wax.
Yep,
and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And I think that was, you know.
Although Prodigy almost didn't keep it on.
Oh no.
Prodigy's ready to kill.
My man's shout out to Carcito because my man, they was like, I think Jay. I think he told me the story that well, not me, but you know, and it's what I was listening to the story. I think Jay was talking to Cormega. And it's like, man, what about Prodigy? Man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. My man crazy. Yeah, because when I think like Jay went to that one club and Prodigy and a whole gang of dudes. Like it was Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri. And Jermaine Dupri saw this. Jermaine's like, yo, nigga, you's on your own.
Jermaine was like, yo, I gotta go.
And Jay was like, look, man, it's on wax.
Right.
And then like Prodigy was like, all right, yeah, it was on wax. It's on wax. And they kind of just let it go because like, man, listen. And actually, there was other stuff too. They were saying that Jay was, you know, Big Pun ran Jay. Big Pun and Fat Joe ran Jay out.
Yeah, I heard. He said Big Pun hit Jay with a bottle up beside his head or something like that. Dang. I was like, dang. But yeah, Prodigy told that story about how him and his goons surrounded Jay because he knew he found out he was at some kind of event. So he was like, yeah, we just gonna wait outside for him. And they just stayed outside until him and Jermaine Dupri came out. And Jermaine Dupri, he said he saw what was going on. He was like, yeah, I'm going to go this way. Yeah, I got something to do over here.
Hey, my mom, look, street light on.
Right.
My mama called me.
I think my mom just called me. I'm going to go over here and take this call.
I'm late for Bible study.
You going that way? Okay, I'm going to go this way.
My mama called.
Right. he cried in the car.
He cried.
Well, yeah,
man. It was y'all, I help y'all.
My mama gave me that check. But yeah, man. So y'all, let us know in the comments what y'all think about that. Is Nas the greatest of all time? Because I mean, it ain't too many rappers who can still drop gems at this date, this age, this era, and still be relatable to older and younger audiences.
I think we'll talk a little more about the whatchamacallit, but that's one thing I will say. Like, I think the Nas is we'll talk about it more.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll talk. Cause I don't want to get because we could spend all day talking.
Yeah,
about that.
we definitely can.
Yeah, we got. I mean, and there's other shit that we can spend talking about all day too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what we got going on.
But all right, well, we can jump into some birthdays. Let's go ahead and do that.
All right,
real quick. I only got a handful, so this is one that's kind of up in the air. Happy birthday goes out to you, God. His birthday is either on November 10th or 11th. A couple of websites say 10th and a couple say the 11th, so I'm not sure. But either way, happy birthday to you, God of the Wu-Tang. Yeah. I think we lost our speaker.
Yeah,
again.
it's coming back. Right. It's coming back. It's coming back. I'll be right back.
So that was on either the 10th or the 11th. On the 14th, which is that's coming up in a couple days. So that's going to be my man Boosie, Rev Run, and Shaheem. You know what I mean? All three of them.
Rugged child.
Yes, sir. You know, the rugged man nowadays. You know, he ain't no child no more.
Yeah, but still.
But yeah, man. Yeah, so happy birthday to all of them on the 14th. On the 15th, we got ODB. Rest in peace to him. E40, also on the same day. And my man B.O.B., all of them on the 15th. And then coming up on the 18th, we got Fabulous.
All right.
Mike Jones. Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks. And Pastor Troy. You know what I mean? So happy birthday to all of them. Let's give them all some claps. Yeah, yes, sir. All right. For music, I got a few things to talk about. Did you catch the new freestyle that Ray and Ghost did? The Madison Square Garden. Remember I told you, I don't know if you remember, I told you the Locks had done one at Madison Square Garden a couple of weeks ago, and now Ray and Ghost did one. It's kind of this, I don't know if it's a new trend, but for New York rappers, but they just call it the Madison Square Garden freestyle. But it's dope, man. And this one is buzzing even more than the Locks one.
Dang.
So yeah, it's dope. So y'all should go check that out. I might post it on the Facebook
I need to go back
Try and Hip Hop page.
Yeah, because they've been getting busy.
Oh yeah,
busy,
but they still got it, man. After all this time, because you know, I mean, they was out before the Locks was. Yeah. They came. Whoop came out in like '91, but they blew up in '92. You know, they dropped like their first single somewhere around the end of '91. But yeah, so Westside Gunn, he got some new music he done dropped. I think he's about to drop a new album. So I heard a new song by him called Science Class, which is dope. He got one called Fly God Jr. He got one featuring Black Star.
Okay.
Come on now, you know that's dope. And then he got you got a song, Rick Ross just released a song called Kiss the Ring featuring Griselda too. Oh, so man. Yeah.
Griselda getting busy.
They getting busy, bro.
Boom, 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 boom.
Speaking of Black Star, tonight, the host of SNL is Dave Chappelle, and the musical guest is Black Star.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Let's
come on.
There we go.
So I will definitely be watching that. Dave Chappelle has hosted before, but I heard that he's getting some backlash for this week's performance. Like, I heard the writers of SNL don't really want him there.
Wow.
I think they feel like he might say something they don't like.
Oh, yeah, especially with everything going on. So,
right. He's going to get up here on some Kanye stuff. But I'm sure he is going to probably talk about the Kyrie Irving situation. You can't help but talk about that.
I mean, that's what's going on. I mean, look, like... we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We're going to come back to Kyrie, but let's go ahead and jump into some topics, because that's all I have for my music.